don't put a title on yourself either. You're not one genre. You're just a person who makes music, and you can make any music no matter what you've been making.
This episode is being supported by TAPEIT, the iPhone recording app made for musicians by musicians. Right, quick one. Advice. Mikko first. So have you got any advice you would pass on to any budding producers or artists out there?
I think that thing that Bowen said about, people, especially early on in their career, are really focused on equipment, and it really doesn't matter. I'd happily make, an album with a 57 and a audio interface. It's about the ideas and capturing a vibe and a feeling and an idea in the room. And I always want to make the technical process as invisible as possible to the creative process, so that people can come in and do creative things rather than...
And you really do, Mikko. You really, truly do that.
Thank you.
Really accomplish that. It's and especially at such a high level of recording where we're doing 30 tracks to tape, it was seamless working with you, truly.
So that would be my advice. Yeah, just kind of allow the conditions for the creative process to happen and make that technical side just invisible to the process.
Yeah. And yourselves, Kenny, Bowen?
My piece of advice would be to hit people up. Hit people up online. Hit people up wherever you can. If you bump into someone, if you see someone in the street who's an artist, don't just do the, hey, can I get a photo thing? If they are like Kenny Beats, talk to them, pester them, make their life hell. But dude, the reason I'm sat next to Kenny Beats and the reason I'm talking to Mikko Gordon in that studio and I'm talking to you, John, is because at some point we probably sent you a demo of one of our EPs, John, and Kenny Beats hit us up on Instagram. And we're now sewn together. We wear the same T-shirts and we hang out. And Mikko Gordon came up to me at the festival and sowed the seeds to make Tank happen.
Your network is your net worth.
It's huge, but it's not just make people who become people and that's it. You message someone on Instagram, they might not respond. I'm not going to say that I'm going to respond to everything that someone hits me up on Instagram, but I very well might. And, if you do that to, everyone and you do it enough and you make yourself aware, then people are aware of you. So yeah, hit people up. That's my advice.
Yeah. Time for a quick TAPEIT feature highlight. As well as being able to organise your voice memos into mixtapes, TAPEIT will automatically detect what instrument you are recording and tag it with an icon. If you're a multi-instrumentalist, you'll love the additional organisation this feature brings to your notes library. To find out more, head to the link to download TAPEIT for free or use the promo code TAPENOTES for 50% off TAPEIT Pro.
Mine's along the same lines. I'll try to do something different though. I think being yourself in music is what people need more than anything right now. And I was in a zone where I reached out to this band and I was super fortunate to be having the opportunities in my career I was and be working on the records that I have. But when I reached out to them, I'd done a record with a band called Trash Talk, but I hadn't done really anything in the scope of what idols do or what they were going to go on to do. And they were working with Nick Launay and would go on to work with Nigel Godrich, and anybody in between has hit them up. And for them to see my passion and give me a shot to come into their world has had so many people open up to me and say, man, I've always wanted to try and make another type of music or step in with this thing I really love that's not really my forte. And idols have treated me like a peer from day one when I had no idea about so many things that I do now that it takes to work with a band like this. And I think, like Bowen said, having the confidence to say to someone what your dreams really are, what you're really trying to do and mean it, it goes a really, really long way, And even being able to reach out to a band like this got to the point where I'm learning from guys like Nigel and Mikko, you know what I mean? It came and paid me back 100 times to go do the honest, harder thing and have every rock publication in the world be like, oh, you guys grabbed a white hip hop producer for your new record. Nice work. It's it wasn't easy to start doing stuff with these guys, but I'd always dreamed of working with a band that I love as much as I love this band. And if I had sat there and say, well, I'm a rap producer or I'm this kind of musician, it would have never happened. And these guys don't ever put a title on themselves. So I would say, don't put a title on yourself either. You're not one genre. You're just a person who makes music, and you can make any music no matter what you've been making, you know?